Hi everybody, it's Kim here. I just finished a 4-page layout on a trip that I took with a girlfriend of mine that I've known since high school. We went wine tasting up in Paso Robles, California. I'm just going to dig right in because there are 4 pages here. There is the base of the layout is a die cuts with a view, I think, because I had torn it out of the paper pad to use it for something different. I didn't end up using it, so I just put it back in my supplies. So I'm pretty sure it's die cuts with a view. It's just like a grayish color, and I thought it's kind of looked good with the sticker embellishments that I'm going to be showing you here in a minute with they're Jolie's. And then it just had like this black swirly thing here. The photo mats are white on the bottom and then a little bit of purple on each one. And then these little things, which is kind of cool, come from the recollections, and they're sticky, so you just peel them off. I thought it added something to the photo, or you know, the mix of everything that was in there. The stickers that I got, they are Jolie's, and I actually threw the original package away, but if you're interested, that's the Jolie's Boutique. I didn't use these. I'll have to go wine tasting again, I guess, right? I have a couple of these left that I'll probably add to that. The journaling tags, I just kind of wanted to go something different because I always do the same thing. I had bought these on a Michael's clearance bin, and I've been using them just myself, you know, to leave little notes for my family. But I went ahead and used them for this. Now, as you can see, this big one here, it's got the flowers here, but I tucked that underneath. And then I went crazy like I always do, and I bought these really cool, I'll take out the covers here. This one's called Decoration Tape, and it's from a company that's called Plus Corporation of America. They're based out of Japan. And what it is there's like this, it's almost like a washi. And I'll put a little strip down here so you can kind of see. You just kind of do your own thing like that. And so I bought a bunch of those, different colors. You'll see here I used the pink one here, and this is the post-it or the little sticky note that I used there. And then I used those, like I said, as journaling tags. I think that's it for this page here. Oh, this little paper clip, decorative paper clip, is from Melody Ross. It was my last one for this set. All right. Oh, this here, and also the photo corners, came from a Making Memories thing that I got, I think it was Big Lots, actually, years ago. I'm glad I'm using things up. Let's go to the second page. This is in a clear, like a not a vellum, a acetate overlay. I'm going to put my hand down in here. That was already printed on. And I thought that would be so pretty to back it up with some purple, which kind of reminded me of like wine or whatever, the grapes. Plus Renee's t-shirt was that color. So I went ahead and I put that over top of that purple, I think it was American Crafts paper. Now, for the journal tags, I had some really nice black glitter paper. It's almost chipboard thickness. And I popped up the journal tag with my, look what I got, totally off subject here. I finally got my big roll of my 3M. So I popped up the journal tag on top of that black cardstock. And this is like a real shiny layout, so sparkly, I should say. I used some, what are these here? Petaloo flowers. The flowers that came in this one are the orange and black, which I can use for a Halloween card or layout. And so that's purple, and then these are sparkly green underneath there. The letters I use from a silhouette cut, and it's called Studley Do Right. And I did places to go, animals to pet, wine to drink. And I cut it out with this cardstock here. I'm going for the sparkly. This is some more of those embellishments, and I just added a flower down here. Now, another thing that I looked through all my books, I've never done this before. I used actual vellum for the photo mat. So, you know, it's just vellum that you buy at the store, like, you know, in a box. And I just, like I said, I used that as a photo mat. I'm just looking over here at my table, and there was one thing that I forgot to show you I did on the first one, so we'll go back to that. But that's just regular vellum. You can ink and stamp on vellum, but you want to make sure you use like the stays on or something like that, otherwise it's just going to smear. Word from the wise, word from the experienced, I should say. Okay, so back to this first one real quick. I bought about 4 or 5 of these stamps a couple of years ago, and I always forget that I have them, but for some reason this popped into my head. This one just says OA. I don't know who this is from, but it has all the different sayings that's on here. And I stamped Scenic Route that's on here. I used some of my Versa Magic, and it's like a hydrangea, purple hydrangea they call it. I've stamped My Adventure and See the World. Alright, so I kind of backed up there for a second. I don't see anything else that I did. Oh, the middle of the thing here, this kind of has a dividing line in the design of the acetate. You know, you can almost do your own acetate if you wanted to. Just like I said, use the stays on. I went ahead and used some We Are Memory Keepers. This is what I thought was more white. But then after I peeled it apart, I realized it's just exactly like the vellum. So it kind of just all flowed together naturally. That was not the plan, but I'm sure glad it came together that way. Alright, so let's go to the third page. Pretty much the same thing as far as the acetate overlay. The acetate overlay, forgot to mention that, is from Hambly Screen Prints, Santa Clara, California. It's just called Screen Prints, and it's a vintage patchwork. So hambyscreenprints.com if you want to go check that out. These beautiful grapevines, it's a silhouette cut, and it's from Lonnie Harris, and that's number 8116 on the Silhouette Library. Now it cut with just the green. It didn't have like a purple overlay, so I went ahead and just used my purple stickles, these here. Now if you don't have the purple stickles, which I was also considering, I was going to use my sequins. I have some really pretty purple sequins that would have looked really cute as well. So there's always options, right? And I used the vellum background. Now the thing that I did for the journal tag, I cut off the darn name of this. I don't know, maybe you guys can figure this out, but it's like recipe cards. And I looked all over trying to find, like, you know, who the manufacturer is, but I cut it off, so that's not very helpful. Not a whole lot going on in this page, but I didn't want to do too much. I just put 1 glass of white wine, 4 pieces of cheese. That was that there. A glass of Merlot, 3 chocolate truffles. That was this here. And then a glass of Chardonnay and 1 glass of Pinot Noir. And then we had some oysters. So it was just such a blast. And the wineries are so beautiful up in that area up there. And then the last page, I found this really cute Stampin' Up. It's not like a deep purple like the other ones. It's a lighter purple. It's got little circles on it. It added a little bit more character to the page. And I found this in the Silhouette Library. I just typed in the search bar things to do, and I came up with this. And it actually, excuse me, it actually had 4 of these. So I'm going to keep these in my stash for my journal tags, and I'll use those another time. And that is from Jamie Cripps, and the number is 113791. That's a print and cut image. That's, you know, you guys all know what print and cut is. I went ahead and put the grapevines on there one more time with the purple stickles and the vellum for the photo mats. Okay, so that's it. It was a really fun trip. The layout is somewhat simple. I don't really have a design plan in mind, but I just had some things I wanted to definitely put on there, and so that's what we did. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, and have a great day.